15-year-old girl is fighting for her life after police say she was shot in the head while she was playing basketball. It happened just before 9 o'clock at the Jerome Brown Playground near 20th and Ontario in Nicetown, Tioga. Police.
Oh, okay. Well, all we have to do is go to Twitter and look at the WNBA players' accounts and see if any WNBA players are talking about this. I mean, they've got to be talking about this. They dedicated their season, their last season, to Jacob Blake, the one in 2020. So since they dedicated the 2020 season to Jacob Blake, I'm pretty sure, almost positive, that they're online talking about how wrong this is, denouncing this, demanding justice for this young girl. Because they were all like, Jacob Blake could have been their father, or Jacob Blake could have been their cousin, or their nephew, or their brother. So surely they see themselves in this young girl who was shot in the head while playing basketball in Philadelphia. Surely, right? Let's go to Twitter and see. Well, I don't know. They did just get back from the Olympics. Maybe they're all pretty busy. Maybe I don't know. Maybe there was a 20-second snippet of a 40-minute interaction between a glacier glider officer and a Sunman suspect, taken completely out of context. That's gone viral. And maybe their focus is on that, because you don't see anything of NBA players, girls shot playing basketball. But they are talking about it online. I mean, it's out there. Washington Examiner did an article on it. York-bound Enterprise did an article on it. This woman's tweeting about it, Helen Ubinas. And she's talking about the mayor. This guy, Jason Martinez, is talking about it from Fox 29. So here goes Helen Urbina. She seems to be the only woman on here talking about this. She says, I started my week on a North Philly porch with a mom who said she was relieved her 10-year-old son preferred to stay indoors. Understandable, but beyond sad. Kids should be able to be kids. And then yesterday, a 15-year-old girl was shot while playing basketball at a rec center. At a rec center? Oh my God. I wish a lot of you guys had been subbed to the channel for a long time, because a lot of you guys are new. I did so many videos. It was like a month where I just did 4 or 5 videos on kids getting shot at Philadelphia rec centers. Philly rec centers, not just rec centers everywhere, but Philly rec centers. Philly rec centers are dangerous places, man. They're among the most dangerous places on the planet. Like, yeah, I know what's going on now over there in the Middle East and whatnot, but Philadelphia rec centers are among the most dangerous places on the planet, man. Facts, my G. So this guy says 15-year-old girl shot in Philadelphia Tuesday while playing basketball. 15-year-old boy shot and killed in Baltimore Tuesday. 15-year-old girl shot and killed in Baltimore last week. When is enough enough? Well, you missed about 400. Because I did Chicago yesterday. And listen, this is why I try to tell you guys, this channel is just a drop in the bucket. Like, when you see my videos, don't comment don't comment how you want. But don't think like, oh my God, that happened, that's sad. Think that this is happening hundreds of times over. Like, whatever city I do a video for that day, that thing happened in that city multiple times, and it happened in the other 15,000 to 20,000 towns and cities we have across the country that same day. So it's like, you have to understand like how much of this stuff is happening, and which makes the silence about it even more egregious.
Fortunately, the entire incident was captured on cameras that are at the playground. And it's very tragic. It shows this 15-year-old female actively playing basketball, actually dribbling the basketball, when she suddenly collapses when she gets shot. Now, the scene also consists of 2 basketballs that are still on the basketball court, and there's several fresh drinks that are on the benches and on the sidelines of the basketball court. We know at least 10 young adults, male and females, were involved in the basketball game and on the sidelines when this shooting took place. However, right now, we don't have any witnesses. We're getting information that this female, 15 years of age, frequents this basketball court, and she often plays basketball. She's known to the staff here. They say she's a really nice girl. She also lives 1/2 a block away from this location where she was shot. So fortunately, we do have surveillance cameras at the basketball court. We're trying to determine a description of the shooter or shooters. It's a very clear recording of her playing basketball when she's shot, and she's playing with other young adults, male and female, that appear to be teenagers and young adults. So this is a real tragedy. So our crime scene unit is going to process the scene. North detectives, they're processing the scene right now since she is still alive and fighting for her life. But we're still actively looking for any additional ballistic evidence, and we're looking for any witnesses. We know that there were individuals on this basketball court with her when she was shot. So we know there are going to be several other witnesses, more than likely young adults and teenagers. So we're trying to find those individuals.
I don't blame them young people for not coming forward. Normally I would, but I've changed my stance on that. And that's one thing that I do often. So if you just want me to be, you said this 2 months ago, man, you a hypocrite, man, you flip-flopping. Listen, I get new information and I change, man. If I think one thing and I find out I was wrong, I'm like, oh, okay, well, damn, I was wrong. I had that all wrong. It's not that, and I get it, when you're a YouTuber, you're kind of like a godlike figure to your followers, but man, I'm flip-flopping on this one. I have to, I can't blame these people, because if they turn this kid in, the kids who did this, the son men who did this, that son man's gonna go to jail for a few hours and be released with an ankle monitor and told, promise to be a good boy and don't cause any trouble. And they're gonna bump into that kid that they just ratted on at the rec center the next day. And they see kids get killed every day in Philadelphia, okay? They see kids get killed all the time in basketball courts. I did a story last year about a kid getting shot at a basketball court in Philadelphia. I think his name was Jalen, something like that. He was shot. He was playing ball. It was some guys saw some guys they had beef with that weren't playing ball, that were just hanging out at the rec center. They came through to spray them. Of course, Jalen got hit. And this was last year. Tragic story. No NBA players said a word about it. They don't see themselves. They only see themselves in. They only say it could have been me when it's an old drunk fentanyl addict. When it's a young kid, honing their skills on the hardwood, that gets killed, they never see themselves. That could have been me. No. It's only like some career criminal, like out on bond with 5 for 5 violent crimes, pulled over again or stopped, commit another crime and fighting with cops in the middle of the street and yelling and acting all crazy. That's the only time they ever see themselves. That could have been my brother. That could have been my father. These kids, they never, the activists, the NBA players, the WNBA players, they never see themselves in these kids.
Teenagers. So we're trying to find those individuals right now. The good thing is the staff here at the playground know this female, and she only lives a half a block away. So we're going to knock on doors, find her friends, find the people that she plays ball with, and hopefully we can identify some witnesses. But at this time, she is 15 years of age. She's shot one time in the head. She's fighting for her life at Temple Hospital.
15-year-old girl is fighting for her life after police say she was shot in the head while she was playing basketball. It happened just before 9 o'clock at the Jerome Brown Playground near 20th and Ontario in Nicetown, Tioga. Police say the girl was unresponsive and lying under one of the basketball hoops when first responders arrived.